Hello, we're on the Osaka Peninsula today, which was particularly badly hit by the tsunami. And I'm here with Yuki Naito, who works for Peace Boat as a volunteer coordinator. And why was it so badly hit? Why was the wave worse here, Yuki?
It's actually because of the Osaka Peninsula has many inlets, which is a typical geography, like in a Tohoku area. These inlets are really suitable for fishing villages to be, but at the same time, when it comes to tsunami, basically it's the worst. So because the entrance is so small, so the power of the tsunami was really increased, and it went much higher than it was in the center of Ishinomaki. So all the houses were just totally destroyed and taken by tsunami. So it's really hard to imagine the village was actually here with many buildings and lively people. And now it's almost is a ghost town. There's not many people around. Yeah.
So when volunteers get here and a new group arrive today, they might be surprised not to see any locals, yeah?
Yeah, it's actually is one of the hard thing for us to motivate volunteers, because they don't really see many people here to work with.
Actually, the locals have a very good reason for that, don't they? Locals have a very good reason.
Obviously, they've lost many people from this village, for example, but the survivors have to move into the temporary housings. I mean, like before temporary housings, obviously they were living in the evacuation shelter. These shelters and temporary housings are far away from this village, and they've lost obviously cars as well, so it's really difficult to get here, and many of them still haven't got a hope to start their new lives and businesses here. So we just like working together with the core fishermen, like they really want to recover and start their business.
And what's the progress been in the last 6 months?
Yeah, it's been really good. Actually, we have started this fishery support activities only a few months after, because the priority at the beginning was saving lives, so serving meals and cleaning toxic mud from their houses and their businesses. So this activity came later, but it's been really, really well. It's not only fishing, that's helping out the fishing itself, but just cleaning and gutters and streets and removing debris, and also they have lost many boats and fishing equipment.
We met a fisherman this morning he was fortunate during the tsunami because he was at sea. When he came back, obviously his house was completely destroyed. Now one of his problems is that he's living far out of town, and it's hard for him to get here because he no longer has a house. So what's the next stage for the fishing people, for this to become a fishing community again?
It's really tough at the moment, so we are really trying hard. Obviously, we are volunteers, we can't take leads, but we are there to support them,
So they're making requests. They're making requests for particular help that they need.
They know exactly what they're doing, regarding fishery. So obviously there are the many seasons, and this place is particularly famous for oyster farming and seaweed farming as well. So it's actually it's coming right now. So we have been helping out these things with the instruction with the fishermen, by the fishermen. We need to make them realize the volunteers are here only for the temporary the period. We're not here for all the time. So we need to support them to be self-reliant. That's the goal, and hopefully in a few years we come back and to meet the fishermen again and talk about what we have done and eat the oysters, what they're proud of. So that's our
Was the typhoon a problem? There was a typhoon last Wednesday, which now is 4 days ago.
Yes. It's actually is natural disaster after natural disaster, so we're really shocked. But we had so much rain, and there was so many landslides too in this area. And because of the new waves and rains and landslide, the beaches we cleaned and the things we have collected, it's not exactly back to start, but nearly. And it really destroyed the oyster farming too in the sea. So it was again a huge shock for the fishermen. Some of them really crying.
So the work carries on. It's 6 months after the tsunami. It's dropped off the map of the international media, which is one of the reasons that we're here, is to try and give it some coverage, because things just get forgotten about. Peace Boat clearly needs help. Can you just tell viewers what they should do straight away?
Many people tend to believe, saving lives is the priority, and as long as they're safe in temporary housings, that's it. That's the end of the recovery process. But it's not. Even though they're safe, but they need to have hope to stand up with their own feet and start their work again. So we're still looking for volunteers to come to the places to clean and help in the fishery. It's wonderful that we have so many supporters all around the world, but after 6 months, Tohoku still needs your support. So if you feel like cheering them up, but you're too far away to do it, then we are here to support directly next to them. So really appreciating your support.
Believe me, this is very, very valuable work. We've been here to witness some of what Peace Boat does here.